This is Professor L.B. Gayawad's English Literature Web YouTube channel. I am Professor L.B. Gayakawad is teaching today the lecture number 427 and 428. These are the two videos because these two videos will be made in English and in Hindi. Today we are making this video in English. So remember, the title of the video is Imperative Sentence Direct Speech. It means now we are studying the direct and indirect speech of the imperative sentence. Actually, what is the imperative sentence? That is the important point I will discuss. The imperative sentence means the sentence which begins with the main verb. Main verb means with the first verb. There are the three categories of the verbs. The first is first verb, that is called the main verb. Then second form, that is the past form. And then the third form is the past participle form. So the imperative sentences begin with the main verbs, begin with the first verbs. For example, here I will tell you, come. This is the imperative sentence. Come means here the subject is telling to come. So it is come. Come here means the subject is calling the gentleman. Here means that is the particular place and he is calling him there. So come here. It is the imperative sentence because here is the come means here is the, I will say, suppose here is the order, here is the suggestion, and that's why it is come. Then come here, it is also the suggestion, and come to the stage, it is also the suggestion, I will say. So remember here, I will tell you that this sentence come is with the help of the main verb. Come here, it is also with the help of the main verb, and come to the stage, this is also with the help of the main verb. So I will tell you here that the imperative sentences begin with the main verb, that is called the first verb. And now we are going to see the next topic. The next topic is negative imperative sentence. Now see, when there is the negative imperative sentence, then I will tell you that all the negative imperative sentences begin with don't or do not. Means every negative sentence begins with the don't and do not. So here see, don't come. Here is the positive, this is the positive imperative sentence, come, and it has become here don't come. So here is come here, and here it has become do not come here. And here is come to the stage, and here the sentence has become don't come to the stage. So remember here, these are the negative imperative sentences because these sentences have started or have been started with the I will say with the help of the don't, do not, and don't. It means don't and do not are the helping verbs, and these helping verbs in the negative sense are used here, and that's why this sentence is called the negative imperative sentence. So it is very clear that the imperative sentences are of the two types. I will tell you, the first type is the positive sentence. Imperative sentence means the positive imperative sentence. So the first sentence is come, then second is come here and come to the stage. And the negative is don't come here, do not come here, and don't come to the stage. So remember, these are the negative imperative sentences because here are the negative suggestions to the listener, and here are the positive suggestions to the listener, I will say. Now the next point I will discuss is that imperative sentence is shown with the help of the command, with the help of the order, with the help of the request, with the help of the advice and the earnest feelings. It means that in every imperative sentence, there is the sense of the command, means the speaker makes there the command, or the speaker makes there the order, or the speaker makes there the request, or the speaker makes there the advice, and the speaker makes there the earnest feelings. So these are the particular senses, I will say, which are available in the imperative sentences. Now the next part I will explain is that said and said to are the, I will say, verbs there, means in the imperative sentences, means in the imperative sentences of the direct speech and the indirect speech, there is the reporting verb, and that reporting verb is said or said to. When there is the said or said to, we should take the commanded word. If in the sentence there is the command, then we can say commanded instead of this said or said to. If there is the order, we should say, or we should write, or we should take the ordered word instead of said or said to. If there is the request, then we can take the word requested as the verb instead of said or said to. And if there is the advice, then we can take the, I will say, advised in place of this said or said to. Means it is very clear that in the imperative sentences, there are the senses of command. So there is the commanded, there is the order, and that's why there is the verb, I will say, ordered. Then there is the sense of the request, and that's why there is the sense of the requested. And then I will say there is the again sense of the advice. So we use their advice in place of this said or said to. Now there are the two sentences which I have taken for the explanation. So the sentence is, the teacher said to the student, sacrifice drinking wine. Remember, this is the imperative sentence. The teacher is the speaker, said to is the reporting verb, and the student is the listener. This is the speaker, this is the listener, and this is the reporting verb. So the teacher said to the student is the reporting verb part, and comma, inverted comma has been started, and comma, inverted comma has been closed, and here is the full stop. This is the part of the direct speech. And remember, this direct speech has been started with the main verb, and that's why it is called the imperative sentence, because this imperative sentence has been started with the main verb, and that main verb is sacrifice. So sacrifice drinking wine is the direct speech, and this direct speech has been started with the main verb or with the first form of the verb. So now remember, I have made the indirect speech of this direct speech. How I have made, we will see. The teacher means I have put this teacher as it is, because the teacher is the speaker and the speaker will not change, and so I have not changed this speaker means teacher I have put it the same, and that's why the teacher has remained here, the teacher. Then I have taken here advised, because here in this sentence there is the advice, because remember, sacrifice drinking wine, here is the I will say advice to the speaker, sacrifice drinking wine, because that listener is drinking wine more, and that's why the subject or the, I will say, speaker is giving the I will say advice to the particular listener, and that's why here I will say this is the imperative sentence, and that's why here from this sacrifice drinking wine means sacrifice drinking wine is the direct speech. Now the indirect speech is the teacher remains teacher, because always I told you that the speaker remains as it is. Said to has become advised, because there is the advice in this imperative sentence. The student has become the student, because the listener never changes, and that's why I have put the student as it is. Then remember here this comma and inverted comma, again this inverted comma, all these have been removed, means I have removed them and I have given there the to, means I have made the infinitive form, means this sacrifice has become to sacrifice, means remember here always we should do here the infinitive, means here is the main verb, and of this main verb we should do the infinitive. So sacrifice has become here to sacrifice, and drinking will not be changed. Why? Because it is the ing form of the verb, and that's why drinking will be drinking, because drinking, jumping, the verbs like this will not be changed, and that's why drinking has remained the drinking. Then wine will not be changed, so here I have put the wine word as it is, and there is the full stop. Remember, I will tell you that I have removed all these commas and inverted commas, and I have put at the end of the sentence only the full stop. So this is the rule of the indirect speech, or these are the rules of the indirect speech. Always do like this. Now the last sentence is given here. The bad teacher said to the student, don't sacrifice drinking wine. So remember, the bad teacher is bad, and that's why the bad teacher says, he gives the suggestion that don't sacrifice drinking wine, because he is the bad teacher, and that's why he likes that the student should not live drinking wine, and that's why the bad teacher has given the suggestion. The suggestion is don't sacrifice drinking wine. So this is the sentence, and the indirect speech is like this. The bad teacher has remained the bad teacher, because it will not be changed, because I have told you many times that the speaker remains the same. Said to has become advised, because in this sentence there is the advice, the bad advice, it is the bad advice, but actually it is the advice, and that's why instead of this said to, there is the advised, and then the student has remained the student, because listener always never changes, and that's why here I will tell you that the students has also been put by me as the same. Then comma, inverted comma, and this comma I will say this inverted comma I have cancelled, or I have removed, and there I have put there this not, means I have taken here not, because this don't has become not, and then don't has become not, and this sacrifice is here, and I have made the infinitive of this sacrifice. So please remember, make the not of don't, and here is the main verb, and do the infinitive of this main verb. So I have made here the infinitive of this sacrifice, and that's why it has become to sacrifice. Then drinking is the word which will not be changed because it is again the main verb with ing, and that's why it will not be changed, or I have not changed this, so you should also not change, and wine will remain wine. And there is the full stop. Again I will tell you that the comma, inverted comma, and then this inverted comma, all these commas are cancelled, means we do not put them, or we should not put them, and at the end of the sentence there should be only the full stop. These are the rules and regulations of the indirect speech. So here today I have finished this video in English. Again I will come in front of you with the same video in Hindi, and I will request you to comment, like, subscribe, and share my YouTube channel among your friends. Thank you very much.